Hi everyone, and we will start with the DBMS environment. And after the introduction to DBMS, this is the first topic we are going to see about the DBMS environment. So the DBMS environment consists of the application programs which in turn connected with the DBMS software, and in turn it connect with the stored database. Stored database in the sense it will have the metadata, that is the data about the data which you are storing, and the database, entire database. So the DBMS software is the software to process queries and programs, and the software to access the stored data. So this is a small diagram about how the DBMS environment will look like. And coming to the characteristics of database, and this is the first major topic in our first unit, characteristics of database. And first we will tell you the difference between the file management system and the database system. So in the file management system, suppose for example, if you have an exam department in your college and academic department and the hostel department, all the different departments are having the same database called the student. But the exam department will be having different data about a student, and academic department will be having his academic results, academic related data, and the hostel department will be having about the hostel related data. So all will be stored in different files, and you will have a different files for a separate departments. But when it comes to the database approach, here all the departments will be having the students data, correct? So the students data will be, the database will be the same, and it will be connected with the exam department, academic department, and the hostel department. So this is a difference between the file management system and the database management system. Next, coming to the database approach, as we have seen above, the database approach is far more efficient and robust than the traditional file management system. So let's discuss about the characteristics of the database approach. But before moving to the characteristics of the database, let's have a simple database of students enrolled in a university. So this is a simple database of the students enrolled in a university. They have the roll number attribute and name and the department attributes here. Coming to the characteristics, first characteristic is self-describing nature of the database system. Second one is insulation between programs and data abstraction. Third characteristics is support for multiple views of the data. Fourth one is sharing of data and multi-user transaction processing. First, we will see about the self-describing nature of the database system. So in the traditional file management system, data definition was not part of the application, but in the database approach, the data is defined by the users, and this defined data describes itself. That's what called as a metadata. So metadata is nothing but the data about the data that is stored in the database, specifically in the DBMS catalog. And now I have told what is the metadata, and for example, in the student database, the student's database roll number act as a primary key. Hence the information that roll number is the primary key of the students is the metadata of the student's database. Next characteristics is insulation between data programs and data abstraction. Suppose we want to change the structure of the students database by adding a new column called mobile number. Now in the file management system, we may require to update the structure of the database in every program that is accessing this database. But this is not the issue with the database approach. So here the structure of the database is stored in the DBMS catalog. So next time when we will access the data, the new structure from the DBMS catalog will be used. So this is an example. And about the support of multiple views of the data in the university portal, there may be many types of users such as students, teachers, heads of the department, deans, etc. So having a separate database for each type of user will lead to repetition of the data and the wastage of resources. So in the DBMS approach, a single database is implemented and multi-users access this database. For example, the students database, the head of the department of CSE will only access the students having CSE as their department, and the dean can access the students details of every student in the student database. Last characteristic is sharing of knowledge and multi-user transaction processing. So sharing of knowledge means that multiple users are accessing common data, like the dean and the heads of the department are accessing the students database. Hence, both users are sharing the student records. Transaction is a process that is accessing one or more database by reading, writing or deleting the data records. So these are some of the advantages of DBMS. So better use of data or information, secured data, better recovery and backups, and reduces data inconsistency and redundancy, fast data sharing, and helps in decision making. So this is about the characteristics and the advantages of DBMS. Thank you.